We're on the start line of the tube rescue event for our men here at the Western Cape Surf Lifesaving Champs, powered by Solid Oak and part of the Rescue Sports Series in the Western Cape for our volunteer lifeguards. This is a rescue event simulating a real-life rescue, as a rescuer will go and fetch a patient out to sea and drag them back, but it is a racing patient. As we can see, our runners sprinting off into the water and wanting to get an advantage early on. Great start here by James Matthews from Fishhook. He's been in sublime form in his swimming this weekend, and huge porpoise diving from him to get a great lead off that Clifton team. That is the Clifton A team, and that'll be Conrad Skeppers swimming there for the Clifton A team. On the outside, we see the Llandudno team, and Lee Anderson will be swimming for them out to the swim cans. But a massive lead being opened up here by Fishhook. Fishhook's James Matthews, and James Matthews being drawn on the black and white can, and he's going to have to change his direction soon if he wants to keep that lead that he's opened up. Getting close here. Oh, it looks like James Matthews has gone to the wrong can. Folks, this is going to end up in a disqualification. If he touches that and puts up his hand up, that's going to be 2 teams out. He does it. James Matthews has gone to the wrong can, folks. Gets there, quick, smart, but puts up the hand and sets off. Looks like, yes, the Clifton team has gone off. That's going to be both teams disqualified because the Clifton team went before their swimmer got there. Obviously, they thought it was their swimmer, and Fishhook's gone to the wrong can. So that is very unfortunate for Fishhook. So now the race is wide open here. I'm going to say that it puts the Clifton A team into a seriously good position here. Let's see how these rescuers get to their swimmers. Now, the key here, you have to go with fins as well and run in as far as you can. Those fins, very hard to put on, and so it's a difficult decision. Obviously, as soon as they're on your feet, you can't porpoise dive anymore, so you want to go as deep as you can and then start your swim. Those fins are huge. They're almost like, they should almost be illegal. They are so big. If you've got a strong kick, you are definitely going to be able to get to your swimmer quick, smart. And Clifton A now really making short work of this out to the rescuer. Sorry, that's Conrad Skeppers is the rescuer. Looks like it was Tanner Garul who was the patient there. Good swim by him. Right, we're seeing Clifton coming into their can here. So this obviously is going to be, it's Troy McWilliam and Zach Waters. I mean, it's a great team. Zach Waters, the patient there, Troy McWilliam coming to rescue. They're going to get disqualified, unfortunately, because they went off before the swimmer got there. James Matthews there on his black and white can, wondering what's going to happen. Big Bay in between them. That's Jack Allett from Big Bay. Well, this one Clifton team is picked up. They've got to do the pickup behind. So watch this technique here. Got to do the pickup behind the cans. That patient puts that torpedo tube around their chest, pushes down on the sides, and the rescuer clips it in, and away they go. The patient had some time to rest their legs. The poor rescuer had 0 time, and they got to now pull this patient back towards the beach. Great aerial footage here. Just shows you that a little bit of practice here in this event can certainly help. If that patient could just get behind the swimmer, they would really have a much more streamlined approach, pretty much the way that Clifton's got it there. Here comes the last element of this race. In the rescue tube event, you've got 2 carriers that come and pick up the patient. Some people are mistaken. They think that this is just a formality for our carriers to keep up with the patient, but this is very much part of the race. You need 2 strong waders, people that can really wade in the shallow water. They need to be strong runners as well, and tactically astute, because a lot can change here in this last bit of this race. Definitely you can catch a body surf with your patient. The rescuer's job is now complete. He's finished, and now it is up to our carriers. Look at Clifton. Look at their technique. They're not doing any work that don't have to do. They're going to try and use this wave, a little bit of a dive, get a bit of a push forward, keep dragging that patient. They, as far as they're concerned, are safe, and we're just watching these guys here for technique, obviously. But this is actually our winning team right here. This is Buntum Deshane and Samuel Boyson, who are the rescuers for Clifton A. Here comes the Clifton team. This is how you would carry your patient up and doing everything correctly. If you look to the middle of the screen, there is a race on the go there for the silver medal. Other Clifton teams got their patient up, and it is Fishhook and another Clifton team. As we see Llandudno pick up at the top end of the screen. Fishhook crosses the line just ahead of that other Clifton team. As I'm surmising, they're probably going to be disqualified. Well, what a race. You can just see how much it takes out of these athletes. All of those patients and carriers on the ground, on their knees, huffing and puffing. It's a physically demanding event. This definitely requires a cool head, especially when you're carrying that patient up. A lot can change in that instance. Right, as we just see some images here of our athletes in slow motion, just doing those pickups around the cans, confirmation of those results. As I mentioned, that Fishhook team unfortunately being disqualified along with that Clifton team. Another disqualification for the Clifton C team. I'm guessing the same happened there, but our winners, the gold medal going the way of Clifton A, Tanner Garul, Conrad Skeppers, Buntum Deshane, and Samuel Boyson. And Llandudno's A team in second. Third place went to Big Bay A. And that is your rescue tube race for the 2025 Western Cape Champs.